December 2019, a month that would mark a significant turning point in the history of Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club found themselves at a crossroads. The team was struggling and the fans were growing increasingly restless. A club steeped in history, renowned for its attractive style of play, was a shadow of its former self. The glory days of winning titles and playing beautiful football seemed like a distant memory. The atmosphere was one of disillusionment. The once packed stadiums now had empty seats, and the fans who did show up were filled with disappointment and frustration. Fans yearned for the glory days. They held banners and signs expressing their desire for change, for a return to the top. Then a beacon of hope emerged from the shadows. Mikel Arteta, a name familiar to the Arsenal faithful, was appointed as the new manager. Mikel Arteta, a former club captain steeped in the Arsenal philosophy, returned to the Emirates not as a player but as the man tasked with reviving a sleeping giant. His appointment was met with a mix of hope and skepticism. Arteta inherited a squad lacking in confidence and direction. The players seemed lost, unsure of their roles and responsibilities on the pitch. The defensive frailties that had plagued the club for years were still evident. Conceding goals had become a painful regularity, and the backline looked vulnerable. The midfield lacked creativity and control. The once dominant engine room of the team was now struggling to impose itself in games. The weight of expectation lay heavy on the young shoulders of players who seemed to have lost their way. The pressure to perform was immense, and it showed in their play. Arteta's task was not merely to improve the team, but to rebuild its very fabric, to instill a winning mentality and to reconnect the club with its fans. He knew that this was a long-term project, one that required patience and perseverance. The magnitude of the challenge was immense. Arteta had to address the tactical deficiencies, boost the players' morale, and bring a sense of unity to the squad. But in Arteta's eyes, one could sense a steely determination, a belief that he could be the catalyst for change. His vision was clear and his commitment unwavering. He spoke of a long-term vision of restoring Arsenal to their rightful place among Europe's elite. He emphasized the importance of hard work, discipline, and a collective effort. His words resonated with the fans who dared to dream again. They saw in Arteta a leader who could guide the club back to the pinnacle of football. The journey ahead would be arduous, filled with obstacles and setbacks. There would be tough matches, moments of doubt and challenges to overcome. But with Arteta at the helm, a new chapter was beginning at Arsenal, a chapter filled with hope and the promise of a brighter future. The fans, the players, and the entire club were ready to embark on this journey together, united in their quest for success. Arteta, a student of Pep Guardiola during his time at Manchester City, understood that a strong defensive structure was paramount to success. His time under Guardiola's tutelage taught him the importance of a well-organized backline and the value of a cohesive team effort in defense. He immediately set about addressing Arsenal's long-standing defensive vulnerabilities. Arteta knew that to compete at the highest level, the team needed to be solid at the back, and he wasted no time in implementing his defensive philosophy. Gone were the days of reckless attacking at the expense of defensive stability. Arteta's approach was a stark contrast to the gung-ho style that had left Arsenal exposed in previous seasons. Arteta demanded discipline and organisation from his players. He instilled a sense of responsibility in each member of the squad, ensuring that everyone understood their role in the defensive setup. He implemented a compact defensive shape, emphasizing the importance of pressing in unison and closing down spaces. This collective effort made it difficult for opponents to break through Arsenal's lines. Full-backs were tasked with providing defensive cover as well as attacking width. This dual role required them to be both defensively astute and offensively dynamic, adding a new dimension to Arsenal's play. The midfield screened the defense diligently, cutting out passing lanes and breaking up opposition attacks. This layer of protection was crucial in preventing the opposition from getting too close to goal. The transformation was not immediate, but gradually the players began to grasp Arteta's concepts. Through rigorous training sessions and tactical discussions, the team started to internalize the new defensive principles. Clean sheets became more frequent. The team took pride in their defensive achievements, and this newfound confidence began to permeate through the squad. The backline, once an area of vulnerability, started to exude an air of solidity. The defenders worked as a cohesive unit, understanding each other's movements and covering for one another. Players like David Luiz, often criticised for their inconsistency, flourished under Arteta's guidance, providing leadership and experience. Luiz's resurgence was a testament to Arteta's ability to get the best out of his players. This newfound defensive resilience provided the platform for Arsenal to build upon. With a solid foundation at the back, the team could focus on other aspects of their game. With a solid base, they could begin to express themselves offensively, knowing that they were protected at the back. The attackers had the freedom to take risks, knowing that the defense would hold firm. Arteta's emphasis on defensive structure laid the groundwork for the attacking flair that would come to define his Arsenal side. The balance between defense and attack became the hallmark of Arteta's tenure, leading to a more cohesive and competitive team. The 2020 FA Cup campaign provided an early glimpse of Arteta's managerial prowess. It was a season filled with challenges and uncertainties, but also moments of brilliance that hinted at a promising future under his leadership. Despite a difficult start to the season, Arsenal found their rhythm in the cup competition. The team struggled in the Premier League, facing criticism and doubts from fans and pundits alike. However, the FA Cup offered a different narrative, one where Arsenal could showcase their potential and resilience. They overcame formidable opponents, showcasing a blend of resilience, tactical nous, and a growing self-belief. Each match in the cup run was a testament to their determination and ability to adapt to different challenges. The players began to understand and execute Arteta's vision more clearly with each passing game. In the semi-final against Manchester City, Arteta's tactical acumen was on full display. The team executed a well-thought-out game plan, neutralising City's potent attack and capitalising on their own opportunities. Arsenal produced a disciplined and organised performance, nullifying City's attacking threat and scoring 2 goals on the counter-attack. It was a masterclass in defensive solidity and clinical finishing, a performance that earned widespread praise. The victory was a statement, a sign that Arteta's methods were starting to bear fruit. The celebrations that followed were filled with joy and relief, as the team and fans alike began to believe in the new direction. The final against Chelsea was a tense affair. The stakes were high, and both teams were determined to lift the trophy. The atmosphere was electric, with every tackle and pass carrying immense weight. Arsenal, written off by many before the game, showed character and determination. They faced an early setback but refused to be disheartened, displaying a fighting spirit that had been missing in previous seasons. They came from behind to win 2-1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scoring both goals. His performance was nothing short of heroic, leading by example and inspiring his teammates to push for victory. The victory secured Arteta's first trophy as Arsenal manager, a testament to the progress made in a short space of time. It was a moment of validation for Arteta's methods and a sign of what could be achieved with continued hard work and belief. The FA Cup triumph was more than just a trophy. It was a turning point, a moment that signalled the beginning of a new chapter for the club. It was a symbol of Arsenal's resurgence under Arteta. The victory brought a renewed sense of hope and optimism, both within the squad and among the supporters. It instilled belief in the players, the manager and the fans. The triumph showed that with the right guidance and mentality, Arsenal could compete at the highest level once again. It was a sign that Arsenal were on the right track, that a new era of success could be on the horizon. The FA Cup win was not just an end, but a promising beginning, laying the foundation for future achievements and a return to glory.